Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the DC Collectibles DC Essentials Knightfall Catwoman. Oh man, well, this line is, when it first got announced, everybody thought it was kind of iffy, and then when it came out, everybody thought it was kind of iffy, and then it started to get a little bit better, and it stopped at just a little bit better. And this is a perfect example of it. This figure does a few things okay, but some other things not so okay at all. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands just about 17 centimeters, which makes it pretty close to 6 3/4 inches, just shy of that. If you want to see how tall she is compared to Batman, there you go. She's a lot taller. No, I'm only kidding. She is just a little bit shorter, which is, I suppose, appropriate. That makes her probably a little bit taller than is realistic, but I think that's fine. That's perfectly okay. I don't know, guys. This sculpt is pretty rough. It's not great, let's put it that way. So the DC Essentials line is known for exceedingly long limbs, and that's true for this figure as well. Her arms are probably not as far off as the male's because she has kind of the same proportions, which actually makes it better for her. But her legs, so they're pretty big. They're pretty long and big, and it's not that bad until you start noticing other things that don't line up. For example, her feet are ridiculously small. They are shaped as if she's wearing like high heels so that her feet don't have any like footprint, so to speak, that they're very narrow front to back. Yet she's not. She's basically got flat shoes on, yet her feet are so tiny. They're like the size of her kneecap almost. I'm exaggerating, but it's close. She has very tiny feet with really long legs and a very short torso, which I get that most female superhero characters are stylized that way, but this one just takes it a bit too far, and it doesn't really do a good job with the sculpt. There's no shape to her legs at all. They're just tubes. I mean, there's like a little bit of a bow here and there, but there's no leg shape to them. There's no musculature at all. It's very, very strange looking. Her chest, on the other hand, has some shape to it, but almost like whoever sculpted it didn't know what to do, because her boobs are very round, and that sounds weird, but it looks like there's just two balls stuck on her chest. She has chesticles in a very real sense this time, and it's strange. Like, there's no sideways with like her ribs stick out. It's just very weird looking. I don't want to spend too much time talking about her boobs. Although, I guess I could probably make a whole video about, no, YouTube would definitely demonetize it. It's just really weird sculpt. There's no shape to this figure. It looks like a base mesh if you're sculpting something and you just like need to get the general body shape in place before you actually sculpt the details. That's what this figure looks like. It is very strange. Very strange. I will say the head doesn't look too bad. That's pretty good. The paint's not great on the face. If you get in close enough, you can see a lot of blemishes, but from a distance, it looks okay. It's fine. The sculpt for the head's pretty good too. I think the hair is okay, so I'll give it that. There's no paint really anywhere except for right here, and they did a pretty good job, so that's okay. And then there is some silver on her claws, or on her fingers for claws. But that's it. Like when they say essentials, and I knew this going in, but I expected there to be something about them that made them worth the price point. Whereas they don't have anything about them. The sculpts are soft and lame. They have no accessories. The articulation is only mediocre. We'll get to those things, but I don't understand the point of this line at all. It's just so half-assed. It's so clear that they don't care at all. So aesthetically, this figure gets a 6. It'll stand there and look like Catwoman. Don't look too close. As far as accessories go, there are none, so that's a 0, and now it's time for the articulation. The head, at least on mine, I can't get it to lean forward and back. It doesn't lean side to side, it just rotates a little bit. And it's limited this way for the hair, so very limited. For the shoulders, not quite horizontal for no reason. Full rotation, bicep swivel's okay. Double jointed elbows, I will give them that. They did give her double jointed elbows, so that's kind of nice, but look at that. I don't know how many of you have elbows out there, But I'll bet if you do, they don't look like that. That is very strange. It's been a long time, almost maybe since Toy Biz Marvel Legends, where the elbow was a whole separate limb on its own. That's very, very strange. So we do have that. We have the wrists swivel and hinge. That's fine. The diaphragm joint on this figure, let's see if it's any good. It might be great. Let's see. I hope it is. That'd be cool. Is the diaphragm joint great? It leans all the way back. You get to a little bit of a gap in the front there. I mean, you can only have so much range without gaps, so that's fine. All the way forward, that is excellent so far. Side to side, that is excellent. Okay, that is maybe the best diaphragm joint ever. I will definitely give them that. That is an excellent diaphragm joint. Full rotation, that is wonderful. Very nice. Hips go almost all the way out to the side. That's really good. Going forward, reasonably far forward. No high kicks or anything, but that's okay. Thigh swivel is there at the top of the boot. Knee joint is fine. You do have a shin swivel, which you can just ignore if you want to, so that's okay. And then you have an ankle hinge, which does go all the way back, which is kind of silly, but it does. And it goes all the way forward. Again, that's okay. But the ankle swivel, because they put the joint so high up rather than seating it into the foot as if she's wearing high heels, you can't use it. It's worthless, so that kind of sucks. So her articulation, though it started off a little rough, it ended up pretty good. I'll give her articulation an 8. There's some really nice stuff there. And so now it's time for the final verdict of this figure. It is just good enough. There's nothing special about this other than the diaphragm joint, really. I don't know. Like these, okay, so here's my take, my subjective take. These figures don't look bad. They're gonna look fine on a shelf. Am I happy to own them? They're fine. They don't do anything special, so I don't care. Like, they're fine. And that, I guess that's it. It is the Essentials line, so they're essentially action figures. I'll give that to them. But I'm guessing most people are gonna feel that way. There's just nothing about them that makes me care. Batman's better than her for sure. She's just okay. I'll give her a 6. She gets a 6. There's just no sculpt to her. It's so just blah and meh. Alright, that'll do it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video, well, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you probably should, because I have new videos out just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.